And thank you so much again for joining us here this blustery, cold, windy November in southwestern Ontario evening. It's autumn. November here officially. Okay, let me just get myself oriented here. I'm just using my phone to stream. I'm going to take the chat off my phone so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, and I have my laptop here off to the side. So I'm just going to check um, with the chat over here since we started the live now. How is everyone keeping? You want to say hi and how you're doing and maybe where you're from in the chat? That would be fun if you feel like it. Just making sure everything is here. If you're watching and you're in the chat, oh, we have some people here. Dragonfly, Nicole, Linda. Oh, I love you ladies so much. Thank you so much for being here. Can you hear me okay? Can you see me all right? I am in portrait, but we know why that is. It's for algorithms and whatnot. But can you see me and hear me okay? If you could maybe please let me know, that would be amazing. Dragonfly, yes, you're back. Welcome back. You never really left. You're always here. Thank you so much. Oh, the chat family. I love that. I love how you say that. Nicole, hi. Hi, Linda. Aw. I know that there's a bit of a delay in the chat as well. So on my end, I don't know if that's just because I'm using my laptop versus my cell phone to stream and to see chats. But oh, thank you so much for confirming that, Nicole. That's amazing. Oh, thank you so much. So hope everyone is keeping really well. And I don't know about you, whether you're watching this right now on the live or on replay, but have you noticed, like, sorry, my phone is really quick. I'm sorry, it's really annoying me. But have you noticed, like, lately, it's just been absolutely insane. I was speaking with another friend tonight, a couple friends, and it's the same thing. It just seems like everyone is either going through something intense right now, or things are just insane. Just a lot of different things happening all at once. Hi, Linda. Hi. Yeah, it just seems like there's a lot of energetically. I don't know what's going on. I do not never pretend to be an astrologer nor a numerologist, but it just seems to me that people are going through. I know it's Scorpio season, so maybe it's that. I guess we're in the sign of Scorpio astrologically, but yes, thank you, Nicole. Definitely insane. Yes, it just seems like we're all going through something very intensive right now, like tense, extreme, and no one knows what's going on. Schedules are up in the air, don't know what's happening, things are changing constantly. That's how it's been for me for the past week or couple weeks. And it seems like that's what's been happening with other people I've been speaking with lately too, recently. That's just how it is. So hopefully you're hanging in there, and it seems like the tea leaf reading was tracking correctly. Information being relayed on Monday, on the Monday evening live stream, was seems to be completely accurate. I never trust the I never question the accuracy because I know it's all from the divine. But yeah, it's totally true for me right now. I'm just making sure I'm sort of adjusted in the screen there. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, so are we all ready for another night of tea leaf readings? Oh, Renee, you're back. Hi, it's great to see you again. Thank you so much for making the time to hop on over to our Thursday evening chat family visit. Thanks so much for being here. It's awesome that you are here. And I hope that you enjoy the readings this evening. That would be amazing. Okay, everyone, let's get on with just a few housekeeping notes. Let's get them over and done with very quickly. Done and dusted, as they say in the UK. Aw, there we go. Everyone's chatting amongst themselves. I love it. Okay, so just to clarify, all right, let's start from the beginning. So mods, my mods tonight in the chat so far are Dragonfly and Nicole. You ladies are amazing. I absolutely love my mods. So I'm giving a big shout out and a big, huge thank you to my moderators. They are always there, keeping the chat running nice and smoothly. There's Linda. The only issues we've ever run into in the chat, everyone's been amazing. It's just like the spot spammy AI nonsense that happens once in a while. But everyone is always so amazing, and I genuinely appreciate that. So thank you for all of your kind comments. It just really helps to keep the chat happy and clean and a great place for everyone to check in and have a nice little visit. So thank you so much for always being so amazing. Tori is back. Tori! Hey, Tori, how are you? We're so happy to see all of you too. Okay, so quick revision. Our three moderators are back here tonight. So we have Dragonfly, we have Nicole, and we have Tori. So you ladies are here. I see. This is what I mean. Everyone here is always so amazing. I never have any issues or worries about the chat. I know everyone is always amazing here. You're cooking. Hope I've already had supper, but I like supper. What are you cooking? If you want to share any extra for us, please beam us some. Love to hear what's going on. Oh my goodness. Okay, so our amazing, beautiful mods here. So my huge thanks, my huge shout out, and a huge thank you to all of my moderators for keeping everything nice and running nice and smoothly. So I could never do this without you. So appreciate each and every single one of you. I love food. Yeah, Renee, I love food too. I'm total foodie. Total foodie. Name it and I love it. I have a lot of restrictions, but I love food too. Yay, so much fun, isn't it? Tori, what are you cooking? Do you want to share? Okay, let's go get on with some of these other quick housekeeping notes, and then we can get on with the readings tonight and see what the universe would like us to know. Okay, Tori. All right. Okay, I have to read this. Salmon, asparagus, and corn and rolls. Oh, my kids love salmon. That's something that I would very happily eat on any given day. I love asparagus. I love salmon. And corn is always really good. And rolls. You please beam us some energetically. Golden and healthy. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Tori, that sounds amazing. Well, you keep cooking and yes, keep cooking away and make that good food for your children. And I hope that you and your family enjoy the beautiful meal that you're cooking because it sounds absolutely delicious. I eat a lot of fish. Amazing. Yay. Sounds good. Cool. Okay. On to my next notes here before I get more distracted by more food. Okay, yes. So quick reminder that tonight, as well as for all readings that I do offer and all readings on this channel, they're always for entertainment purposes only. A big long disclaimer in the description box below, but essentially, please take what you will and leave what you don't. And always to seek professional help as needed. I always, whenever I did the pre-recorded tea leaf readings on my channel, I would always do like an audio version of me saying it. But I'm just saying this out loud now, since this is not pre-recorded and this is a live, even though there's a disclaimer in the description box, just like to say that here. So again, please take what you will and leave what you don't. See, I'm just being so distracted with the chat right now. But this is why I like to go live, is so that we can interact in real time. And this is like one of the main reasons why I'm doing this, is so that we can have these kinds of conversations. Supper is always important. We need to talk about this kind of stuff. I don't need the rolls, but kids like it. Oh, yeah, it's good. It's always good. Gold works too. Yeah. Yes, Nicole. Golden equals good. It absolutely does. It totally works right now. That's amazing. If you haven't yet already, if you're watching this right now in the live and you're brand new here, then welcome. I hope that you enjoy the tea leaf readings this evening. And if you're watching this in a replay, I still hope that you enjoy this retroactively. And if you haven't yet already, please do consider liking this video, subscribing to this channel, ringing that bell for future updates, and giving this video a like. I know it all sounds really small, but the reason why a lot of content creators on YouTube do ask for this, please and thank you, is because it helps with the algorithms. And I would just really appreciate the support. My numbers on my videos, I'm careful with what words I'm saying here, but they're doing this, and I've taken screenshots of it, and it's still happening. So just thank you so much for your help and your support there. I do have my Ko-fi link in the description box, as well as my Patreon. My Patreon is always work in progress, but I do have those accounts there if you're ever interested. And I am posting consistently on my community tab. I posted it earlier this afternoon. So please always do check that if you're ever curious if I am going live or if there's ever a change in schedule. I'm always posting in there just to keep everyone updated. And I think that's the gist of it for this evening for all of my housekeeping notes. Yes, and if you would like to have a reading, okay, we'll get into that in a second. And I do offer private readings, just having that, mentioning that as an aside. Now, I did go in the chat earlier before we went live, and I did post. I'm just making sure it has it here. Could everyone see the pin message? I wrote a few messages before, and it's showing up in my end as being pinned. Essentially, I pinned my email address. So if you do have a reading this evening and you would like to have me to send some pictures of your tea leaves to you, please do send me a quick email. My email address is Sarah, S-A-R-A-H, at Sarah, S-A-R-A-H, Adamson, ADAMSON.com. So Sarah at Sarah Adamson, Sarah at Sarah-Adamson.com. I'm more than happy to take pictures of your tea leaves and email them back to you just so that you can see it for reference. Oh, thank you so much, Tori, for confirming that. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I pin it there because that way, yeah, you can always refer back to there. So that's my email address. So in case you do have a reading, please let me know if you'd like to have your pictures and just send me a quick email and I'll reply to you as soon as possible. So that's amazing. Thank you so much. So let's get on with the readings this evening. So in case you're new here or you're watching this in the replay, again, welcome. My name is Sarah. Yes, I'm a coffee drinking and tea leaf reader. I know it sounds very strange, but it's also very true. God has a sense of humor, in my opinion. And we're going to be doing some tea leaf readings this evening. And quick aside note, the reason I keep looking over here to my left is because I have my laptop over here so I can actually look at the chat, because otherwise it's on my phone and it's just too tiny to see. But we are going to be looking at tea leaves, doing some tea leaf readings tonight. We sort of collectively came up with 3 tea leaf readings on Thursday evenings at 8 p.m. here. Now, thank you. And they're 5 minutes each. Usually whenever I do private tea leaf readings, minimum length of time is 15 minutes, but this is like almost quite literally a taste test. So you can have an idea of what a tea leaf reading is like. So tea leaf readings are a divination tool, which means a divine tool, a way to ask for and receive divine guidance for the greatest benefit of everyone involved. Tea leaf reading is one of those kinds of divination tools, is a divination tool. And we're going to be doing that tonight. The way that I best describe tea leaf reading, I've been doing this now for over 13 years, is that it describes the qualities and or characteristics of events and situations which are likely to occur. Images can be literal, symbolic, and or both, and I relay what I see, and the universe, God, universe, source, the divine, whatever name or names you're comfortable with using, is relaying this information. So again, please take what you will and leave what you don't. Just reading here in the chat, Dragonfly. Oh, thank you so much, Dragonfly. That's amazing. Okay, so we'll definitely get ourselves situated here. So that's amazing. Thank you so much. So let me get myself set up here with my note paper so I can keep track of who is having, like, whose cup is whose cup belongs to who, so I can keep an eye on the tea leaves themselves. Renee, amazing. Okay, Renee, so you'd like to have a tea leaf reading? We totally can do that for you tonight for sure. So let me get that here. So that's ready. And I'm just making another, sorry for the background noise here. Okay, amazing. So I already have all of the, I'm using loose leaf tea. I found some nice loose leaf tea in my cupboard, so I thought we'd use that tonight as yerba mate blend. Not that I drink a lot of tea, but I do have that here for you. Okay, I got lost in the chat here. Nova Scotia lox of kimchi. Dragonfly, that actually does sound delicious. I must say that too. Our conversation tonight is turned into foodie land, and I love it. I think it's amazing. That's cool. Okay, so Renee, perfect. Let's get your tea leaves going now. Renee, it sounds really good. Would anyone else like to have a reading tonight? So we're doing a total of 3. And that's what I'm sort of prepared and set up for on my end. I have all the cups ready here, and I've already boiled the water, so I'm all set to go. So if you are interested in having a tea leaf reading, may you please put, I know Renee, you've already said so you're all set to go. So if there are 2 other people watching this live, I only do readings for people who are on the live chat, just for logistics mainly. Chuckles, hey, thanks so much for being here. Cool, you want one? Perfect. Okay, so let me get this here. Thanks so much for being here, Chuckles. Okay, so Renee and Chuckles. And if there's anyone else who would like a reading, you please just type the word reading in caps in the chat box. Now, I may miss it in the next minute or 2 as I'm getting the leaves ready. So my mods, if you can maybe keep an eye out to see if anyone else would like to have a reading, that would be amazing, please, and thank you. That way I'm not missing anything, keeping on top of everything. Okay, I'm just getting leaves ready here. Linda, perfect. Okay, sure, for sure. Okay, so we have, thanks, Linda. So we have Renee, Chuckles, and Linda. Thanks so much, Nicole. Thank you so much. Yeah. So Chuckles, yeah. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. And my mods, everyone talks back and forth with each other here in the chat. Everyone is super, super cool. So my mods are and everyone here, we'll just talk back and forth. So welcome aboard. Thanks so much for being here. And I hope that you enjoy your reading this evening. So everyone, keep on chatting away as you amongst yourselves as we go. The format that we sort of have collectively developed is that when I do the tea leaf readings, when I'm actively getting the cups ready and reading the tea leaves, I don't look at the chat. I move my laptop away. I literally turn it around so that way I'm not inadvertently distracted by the chat and everyone can have. Thanks so much, Dragonfly. Readings are full. Yes, perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much for confirming that. That's amazing. Okay, we're all set to go. Yeah, so I turn my laptop around so that way I won't be inadvertently distracted and I can give my full attention to the readings. So I'm going to be turning this laptop around in just a minute. I'm going to get your leaves ready. Renee. Oh, Chuckles. Oh, thank you so much. Never done this before. Well, this is your very first tea leaf reading tonight. So we're going to read for Renee first. You're having your first reading first. And then Chuckles, you're having your reading. And then Linda, you're having your reading. So Chuckles, yeah, tea leaf reading is really cool. I find that not many people do tea leaf reading. Usually it's older female members of the family, usually older, like a grandmother or a mother or an aunt or great aunt or something. Usually it's an older female member of the family, and they're the ones who do the tea leaf reading in the past. Sorry for background noise there. Mods, thanks so much for all your help. Really appreciate it. So that's what I do. So that's how I myself read tea leaves. So quick reminder, how I'm just turn my laptop around, mods, and how I myself do tea leaf reading is it's chronologically based. Everyone does it differently. To me, you could talk to 10 different people who read tea leaves and they can give you 10 different answers and how they each read. I think they're all ways are valid. It's just that they're different. That's just my opinion. How I myself read, as a quick reminder, is that it's chronological. So it's now, on the way, and later. The rim is the present situation. Sorry for any flickering lights there. The sides are on the way, like the approaching time, and the base is more of the distant future. So now, on the way, and later. That's how I myself read. That's how I've always done it. So let's get your tea leaves ready. Yeah, because I know sometimes people have never had a tea leaf reading before. They've never heard of tea leaf reading. Sometimes it's called tasseography, tasseology, tasseomancy. Those words all come from the French root word tasse, which means cup. So literally it's like cup reading, even though it's tea leaves. You can use Greek or Turkish coffee grains. It's a whole subject in and of itself, but we are doing this. I don't use the word I, use the word we. We are doing this. I'm just a messenger. I'm just literally relaying whatever the universe would like us to know, and can never do it without everyone here. So thank you so much for all of your help. I'm doing this just as a way to help, to get back. Okay. All right, Renee. So let's get ourselves situated and all set to go. All set and ready. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not canceling the live stream. Yeah, I had some tech issues the other night. So far so good. Yeah, so far so good. Perfect. Okay, Renee. So I'm just getting your leaves ready right now. So you just have to maybe think of your question. Just think of your question. Please don't tell me what your question is. So Renee, Chuckles, and Linda, please just, if you have a certain question in mind or an area of your life that you would like to gain some insight into, please don't tell me what it is. Please don't write it in the chat. I'm not trying to be rude. It just keeps me as objective as possible, and also helps to maintain your confidentiality too. And let's get your tea sorted out here. Sorry, background noise. Right now, I'm just off camera. I'm just straining the liquid tea out. Again, thank you so much for being here. Hope that you enjoyed this evening. And even though these readings are specifically for the 3 people who are having readings this evening, even if you're not having a tea leaf reading tonight, you actually may find that some of the information may resonate with you, and that's completely normal and to be expected because we're in a group setting. So that's completely normal. Okay, so again, reminder, entertainment purposes only. Please take what you will and leave what you don't. Okay, just getting your leaves strained here. All set to go. So it'll just take me another minute or so. So tea leaf reading definitely is not something that you can pull it together pretty quickly. It's just that there is a bit of more prep work involved. Sort of like angel cards or tarot cards or oracle cards, sort of in a cup. You can sort of think of it that way. It just takes a bit more time to prepare. So rather than shuffling cards and then laying them out and you're all set to go, no, it takes a little bit longer. Get the water boiled, get the tea cups ready, get the water ready, get the tea ready, get the plates ready. You know, it takes a while. Just pushing the leaves back into the base of the cup. Okay. Just checking the consistency. Go quiet sometimes when I'm getting cups ready or when I'm reading. I'm just concentrating. Just straining out a little liquid. That's good. Okay, I'm just going to cover the mug with a plate. Flip it upside down. 1, 2, 3. If it doesn't show, if you can't really see what I'm doing, that's why I'm trying to sort of raise it up on the camera so you can kind of see it with the angle. I know it's a little bit odd. The reason I keep this on portrait is because of the algorithms. So there's more of a chance that people will find this live stream on the shorts, the recommended shorts on YouTube. So usually would have it on landscape, but have it on portrait instead. Okay, turn it around a few times. Just going to let it drip dry just for a few seconds. Collect any excess liquid. For the longest time, I only ever did tea leaf readings in person. It wasn't until a few years ago when I sort of thought, well, it's a divination tool. It should work distantly. Tried it a few times and it worked. So I thought, perfect. We can just do this remotely, distantly. Okay, here we go. Okay, Renee, here you go. We're up. Just checking the time here so you can keep a track of time approximately. Okay, let's start right now. Okay. I would say, again, it's just, I can't really have a direct conversation. We're not face to face. But anyway, I would say right now, based on what I'm seeing, and please feel free to provide feedback in the chat or not. It's completely up to you. I would say that right now, there are two main events, or actually there's one main event or situation taking place right now for you where things are calm and clear and quiet and you're happy with that, and or you want things to get moving. This is in one, actually I would say this is in two areas. Deceptively it looks like one, but actually it's two. It's that kind of scenario. Also you have too much smaller events, but significant in and of themselves as well, and then two even smaller events taking place right now. So like two big ones, two medium ones, and then two smaller ones taking place right now. It looks like even those will be changing imminently though, based on what I'm seeing right now. Looking in your tea leaves here, it looks like you definitely have a busy cup. Very interestingly, it looks like you have three main events or situations taking place coming up. All of approximately all of them are of the same level of importance, although one is more important or significant than the other. I would also say that they are related. It's just that two appear to be more related than the other one. It's a very loving and harmonious scenario, though. It's really a glass half full versus glass half empty perspective perception scenario. But it does look to be quite good, very significant. And yeah, so those first two sections are related. Those first two main events are related. There's likely a Cancerian connection involved in some way, shape, or form. So someone who is either Cancerian, who is that sign, and or those qualities are present in this situation. But it really does look like in the short term, there may be like a new idea, a new concept, potentially a new opportunity, something to that effect possibly taking place sooner than later. Now, if it's not that, then some form of unconventional stability. What do I mean by that? For example, you paint boxes, sell them online, and you make money. Situation sort of like that. It's stable. It's just a unique sense of stability. Multiple documents are involved, like paperwork. Looks to be positive. There's a helpful individual involved, and somehow this involves like reading or learning, acquiring knowledge in some way, shape, or form. But you are receiving very good things in the short term for sure. Like, yes, later on too, but something positive on the way imminently is what it looks like to me. There's a loving and harmonious scenario that essentially connects or is related or connects the two main events coming up that are related. I keep seeing Cancerian, so there's another Cancerian connection. I would say that there's like some communication being worked on, something to that effect involved, as these two events sort of converge, and you can sort of see, oh, okay, now I see how they're connected. Moving on. There's some kind of new opportunity that's being presented, and that new opportunity is specifically related to that second event that's taking place very soon that relates or connects to the other main event. But it's a new opportunity. I don't know if you're thinking about moving, but there may be some back and forth or thinking or wanting to, but it's not quite right, or it's not quite time, or thinking of doing home renovation, house renovation, likely moving or property, something to that effect. I would say it's just not quite time yet, but things are sort of in process. It's just not quite ready yet, or it doesn't go quite as planned of how you. It's not quite ready yet. It's in the process. It's in the works, so, and it does look to be very positive. It's just sort of in the process of taking place. Yeah. And that situation essentially concludes with open communication between two individuals. Reassurance is also being indicated, as well as using your intellect. A reminder to use your intellect again. Take what you will, leave what you don't. But again, there's this, keep seeing this Cancerian connection and receiving very good things. With this other scenario, this third one, there's a letter W, person, place, or thing involved. In the short term, and again, this reminder to use your intellect. Again, not telling you what to do, but that's what I'm seeing. And as well as this new opportunity that's again being presented, that's directly related to that scenario that's taking place later on. There literally may be a 4 and a 1 connection. So I'm seeing a 4 and a 1. So it could be 4, the number 4, specifically for you. 4 for me means angels as well as stability. That's what that means to me. So yeah, that's what it looks like. But most of what I'm seeing, however, is in the base for you. And that looks like to me to be a lot of surprises on the way, with positive movement forward as well as reassurance. So I hope that you enjoyed that tea leaf reading. But it looks like it's going to be very good. It's just that there's a lot involved coming up, a lot of surprises that we're just not supposed to know the answers to right now, which is not uncommon when I do tea leaf reading. Often we don't know. Often God says, "No, can't know that right now. Not supposed to know that information." Okay, just checking back in the chat. So Renee, I hope that you enjoyed that tea leaf reading. Please send me a quick email if you would like me to send you pictures of your tea leaves. I'm most happy to do that. Just needed that email address to do so. Oh, you're welcome, Renee. Thank you so much. I'm going to click up. Oh, wow. Oh, looks like something happened here in the chat. Just I go back after the reading. After the reading, I go back in and I check the chat just so that I am updated. Nicole, looks like you were very busy there. Thank you so much for handling all of that. Oh, and Tori and Dragonfly, thank you so much. push the button here. Sorry, I have my screen so enlarged so I can actually see it. I'm very short-sighted. I pushed a button and now I'm trying to get out of it. Okay. Nicole, thank you so much. That was amazing. You handled it. You used that wrench and got rid of whoever that was. So thank you so much for taking care of all of that. That's amazing. And Renee, no, thank you so much. Yeah. So please send me an email if you'd like me to send pictures of your reading to you. I'm going to set that cup aside. Okay. Now, Chuckles, you are up next. So let's get your leaves ready. Let's get your tea leaves ready here. This is what I mean. My mods are so amazing. Making sure that everything goes as well as possible. Yay, Chuckles. Hope that you enjoy your tea leaf reading. Let's get going. Okay, there we go. I just stirred around a few times. So I'm just looking for my extra serviettes here. Oh, sorry about this. Just looking for my... Sorry about that. I'm back. Sorry about that. Thanks, Nicole. Thanks for my beautiful mods. Okay. Just getting a cup ready here in the background. Just going to strain out the liquid tea, a little bit of a liquid tea. Yeah. I never really do. I know I've said this before. Oh, thanks so much, Chuckles. Yeah, clearly, I'm very detailed oriented, and I just like to make sure I'm doing it as well as I possibly can. I just, I don't do tea leaf readings or any readings on current events. I think it's really cool for people to do that, as long as like they're doing it ethically or whatever. I think is great. I just don't do that. I think it's amazing what the people do that, but for me, I'm more focused on let's focus on ourselves and focus on our own life and our own paths, and that's where my focus is. Okay, just pushing the leaves back into the base of the cup. Background noise you hear, that's what I'm doing. Okay. I hope that you enjoy your tea leaf reading. Always entertainment purposes only, but I just say that as a full disclaimer, but I never approach this lightly. I never approach this as entertainment. I always take this work very seriously. Okay. Let's check the consistency one more time. Pretty good, honestly. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's always fun to meet new people. This is one of the reasons why I'm doing lives, rather than just the pre-recorded ones, which I have I've stopped doing those for the most part, for at least for the foreseeable future. Just testing the things out, trying new things, and doing lives. This way we get to interact, as well as we can without being, face to face in the same room. Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's just get this cup right here. Plate over here. No, thank you, Chuckles. Okay, ready? 1, 2, flip. Okay. Just going to turn around a few times, clockwise. Always for the greatest benefit of everyone involved. Okay, now let's just double check and make sure everything's working as it should. Just letting it strain and just a little bit more. It's actually pretty good right now. I'm always curious. I'm always interested to see what the cups are going to be like because no two cups are ever the same. Sometimes there's similarities between cups, but never seen two cups the same. Okay, here we go. So I'm turning the laptop around. So my beautiful mods, I am not looking at the chat at all. Okay. Let's see. What time are we at right now? I keep pushing buttons. I don't mean to. Don't want to. Sorry. Okay. 3. Okay, let's go. I go quiet when I'm focusing. It's very, very windy here, so hopefully the internet connection holds. So far, it looks like it's okay, but hopefully it holds. Looks like for the most part, taking place right now, and again, entertainment purposes only, it looks like for the most part right now, things are calm and clear and quiet across the board, and you're happy with that, and or you want things to get going. Like generally speaking, that's like the situation as it is right now. However, that said, it looks like it's going to be changing in if 1, 2, 3, 4, in 4 different ways, specifically or 4 smaller events or situations taking place very, very soon that sort of changes that from being the case. Like, oh, everything is sort of like placid, calm, to okay, now we have things taking place. Is that kind of situation. In the short term, you do have essentially 1, 2, 3 events taking place. You could actually even say 4 events. I'll say 4 events taking place in the short term. In terms of significance, you have one that is most significant, as well as 2 others that are sort of equal importance, and one that is of much less importance or significance taking place. They're all very, very much short term in and of themselves. I'm just mentioning this in case it makes sense to you. You do have one main event or situation taking place that is about maybe a quarter, approximately an eighth of the cup. So it's not hugely significant in and of itself, but it does gain in significance as time progresses. It's a very loving scenario there, though, but I'll get to that in just like 1 second. So over here in the short-term events, just want to confirm what's happening over here. So in the one that's most significant, it's some kind of like new beginning, a new opportunity, a positive change in some way, shape, or form that involves an announcement, possibly of some kind. However, there's likely documents involved in some way, shape, or form, specifically 3 of them, but it's like some kind of important change that actually may involve like positive movement forward, not being held back, like things are going ahead, things are moving ahead well. You're receiving very good things with this entire scenario, and swiftness of movement, possibly foreign trap, like things are going very, very quickly with this. There also may be a Sagittarius connection, possibly in some way, shape, or form, but there's some kind of creativity that is involved, possibly some abundance and prosperity. You're receiving something very good and very positive in the short term. There's likely a Cancerian connection in at least one way, probably 2 different ways, whether those are people or the characteristics in some way, shape, or form, but they're involved. There's definitely some kind of guardianship, protection. Doesn't mean like over in danger, but guardianship, divine protection, divine guardianship, looking after, being like knowing that you are provided for, being looked after. That quality, those qualities being present in that scenario. There literally may be also a number 7 in there in some way, shape, or form. There's paperwork involved as well, and this is in regards to 2 different areas. Okay. But you are receiving good things in those scenarios. Okay, now let's look at your main event. Again, we have some kind of creativity, creative project, and something that is creative and unique. Again, this is a loving and harmonious scenario. Still looks like it's being worked on, which makes sense. It hasn't happened yet, but it looks to be very positive. Letter V, person, place, or thing. So I'm just checking my phone here. Person, place, or thing. Helpful individual. Small reminder for perspective or perception, but it looks like you are happy with this scenario and the way that it's progressing. Yeah. As of this moment in time, looks positive. Looks good. Keep seeing Cancerian connections. Significance in some way, shape, or form. There's also, I don't know if you're also thinking possibly of moving. If so, it's just not quite time as of this moment in time. Looking forward a little bit, but it is in progress. Like it is in the works. It is in process right now. It's just not quite time as of this time. Looking forward, but it is in the works. It is present. Yeah, but you are receiving good things with this as well. Yep, looks good. Looks good. Going forward. Now let's quickly, that entire event essentially concludes. It does flow into the base, which is more of the distant future. You do have quite a busy time coming up in a little while, though. You have a lot of, a lot of ideas and concepts, discussions taking place, but it does look again like you are very happy. Perspective, glass half full versus glass half empty mentality or perspective quality being present. A small reminder here of a Scorpio connection in some way, shape, or form. But again, like Renee, and I'm not surprised, that's what I said, usually there's a theme. Most of you do have a few surprises in the base. Things we're not really supposed to know the answers to right now or have too much information about right now. But it does look to be very positive and some lovely surprises on the way. So hope that you enjoyed your tea leaf reading and that you found it to be helpful. A lot on the way. Just checking the chat right now, but it looks really good. Looks really good, Chuckles. Looks good. I am just checking back in here on the chat. Oh, you're most welcome, Chuckles. I'm so happy that you enjoy your tea leaf reading. Just reading the comments so then getting myself all caught up here. Chuckles, thanks so much for the subscription. And Dustin, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you so much for all your kind comments. Thanks so much, Dragonfly. Yeah, Linda, you are next. Let's get your reading on the way. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, Linda, this reading is for you. Okay. Just get myself set up here in the background. Yeah, everyone here is amazing. I've always said that. Everyone here in the chat that I've ever interacted with, everyone has always been so kind and so great. I've never had any issues. I never, had to worry about the chat. I have my mods here to deal with, certain comments, but I've always, about bots and stuff, but I've always had amazing experiences here. Everyone here is always so great. I've always appreciated everyone because everyone is so amazing. It makes it so much fun for me and fun for everyone else too, because the whole point is to interact and connect. In my opinion, we're all here to help each other, in my opinion. Just getting your cup ready now, Linda. That's good. I'm just going to push the leaves back down. Dragonfly. You mods, you are working so hard. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for taking care of everything. I literally could not do this without you. When I say that in complete sincerity, could not do it. Because like for me to be getting the tea ready, prepare the tea, obviously takes me a few minutes for me to do this. And then monitor the chat. It's just a lot to do all at one time. So no, thank you for your help. Nicole's been getting them. Nicole, thank you. Okay, let's check your cup here. Okay. Checking the consistency. Just getting the consistency just 100% right here. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. 1, 2, 3. Thanks so much, Nicole. You are all on it. Could not do it without any of you. Cannot do it with you. Cannot do it without you. Thank you so much. Okay, Linda, I'm just getting your cup ready. But yes, but clearly, it takes some time. I have my own way of doing tea leaf reading, doing it this way for a long time, and it's not something that you can just quickly shuffle cards and lay them down. It does take a little bit of time for me to get the cups ready. Just gonna let it drip dry. Oops, sorry. Just gonna let it drip dry just for a minute. Make sure it's okay. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, we're all set to go. Just have a quick drink. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna turn. That's awesome. Turning the laptop around so I am not actively looking at the chat. Again, that's just so that I can focus on the reading and not inadvertently be distracted by the chat, because my inclination is always to check on things, make sure everything's going okay. But that's why my mods are here and could not do without you. So thank you so much. Okay, Linda, you're up. When I go quiet, it's because I'm concentrating, focusing. Again, we have this other theme, like with you, just had chuckles. Okay, so Linda, it looks like to me that things are for the most part taking place right now, entertainment purposes only, calm and clear and quiet, and or you want things to get moving, and this is across the board. However, much like chuckles with your teeth feeding chuckles, it's very similar where you do have such situations changing, very, very soon. I would almost say like immediately or imminently, which will change that feeling of, it's quiet, I want things to get moving, or I'm happy that things are quiet, but that's changing very soon in I would say in a few ways, in a few different scenarios that is taking place. I should say several, though. A few different scenarios will be taking place very soon, changing that. You do have one main event or situation, like the hub, the focus of the reading. That is approximately 1/4 of the cup in terms of importance. So it is a very important main event. Like, it's fairly significant. You do have some free time in the coming time and the approaching time, very, very soon, where you can focus on the main event and not be distracted or feel like your attention is being pulled in different directions. You can just focus on that one main event and focus on that. Again, you do have a few smaller events or situations taking place very soon, but it's almost like they occur and then they go away. However, there is also a Cancerian connection involved in one of those, actually, I would say 3 of those scenarios. There's communication involved and likely, possibly some travel as well. Possibly some travel. Now, if it's not travel, then it's paperwork, documents of some kind, but you are receiving positive news. And this is again related to a Cancerian connection. Okay, let's look at this main event or situation. Okay, a lot of things taking place. Definitely scattered throughout here are a lot of surprises, things that we're not supposed to know right now. However, I would say for the most part, it's like things are up in the air. Things are being decided upon. Things are being worked on. Thoughts, ideas, discussions, creativity, figuring things out, essentially, for lack of better words. There's also a small partnership taking place very soon that has a small conclusion, and but it is a partnership, though. It's also brewing at the same time. And there's a letter J, a person, place, or thing with a letter J that is involved with that. Small reminder for perspective in the short term that is involving some kind of getting things organized, tidied up, cleaned up, sorted out. But that also does involve positive movement forward as well. And it looks positive. It looks good. There's something taking place in the short term in this main eventer situation where it's like it's a new beginning. Things are progressing beautifully. Things are beginning beautifully. It's like you've planted a seed and they're beginning to form. That's this. I would say this is likely in one area, but this could actually be two separate situations. It's either the same thing that's progressing nicely, or it's two different scenarios where that is the case. But that does look looks good. Looks very, very positive. Close communication between two people, between probably yourself likely and someone else. This is regarding documents or paperwork in some way, shape, or form. Just checking my phone here in the background, making sure everything is okay. Okay. And let's see, to conclude, this does flow into the base very nicely. Again, there's a lot of thoughts and ideas, some reassurance it's also being indicated. And in the base, again, there are a few surprises, but it does involve partnerships, helpful individuals, a new concept, a new idea that's being formed, as well as something to do with protection, divine spiritual knowledge in some way, shape, or form. But for the most part, that's really what I'm seeing. Let's see. There's also an eventer situation taking place in a little while. Phone's acting up. And taking place in the next, short, fairly short term that is related to this main eventer situation though too. So that's also taking place. But for the most part, looking into the base, there's a lot of ideas and thoughts and discussions that are being had, as well as knowing where you stand and you don't at the same time. So hopefully that makes sense to you, and hopefully you enjoyed that tea leaf reading. Okay, I'm just getting caught up on the chat. Dragonfly, I hope that you enjoyed your day outside today. Tori, thank you so much for being here and for checking in. I truly appreciate all your help. Thanks so much, Tori. I'm sure you've gone out by now, but thank you so much for all of your help, and hope that you also have an amazing weekend. Oh, Dragonfly, yes, good to get outside and get some fresh air for sure. It's amazing how healing that can be, especially when you're not feeling well, and then you go outside and it's like, oh, okay, I feel better now. Oh, getting caught up in the chat. Oh, Dragonfly, I hope that you're feeling really better now. It sounds like you are. Wow. Just getting caught up in the chat here. This is why I like to do live streams, so that we can interact. Oh, Linda, thank you so much. Thanks so much for your comment there, Dustin. So everyone, thank you so much for joining here tonight. I really appreciated that. So we kept this to just an hour, and that is like pretty much on track for how long these live streams go for, especially if we're reading for 3 people. So thank you so much. If you were not able to have a reading tonight and you would like to have a tea leaf reading in the future, again, we are all the plan usually is Monday evenings and Thursday evenings, that we go live 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much, Dragonfly. Monday evenings, as a quick reminder, as a recap here, on Monday evenings, 8 p.m. Eastern, we go live, and that is a general tea leaf reading for the week. And on Thursday evenings, that is when we go live, and I read for 3 people only, and they're about 5 minutes. I aim for 5 minutes each, but I only read for people who are present. and don't pre-book any readings, it's just easier to do it live. So if you're here, o'clock, or shortly thereafter, as soon as you can, 8 o'clock, and if we're able to, I will happily read for you. But we're all wrapped up for this evening. So if you were not able to have a reading tonight, yes, thank you so much, Nicole. Please do again try to join us here next Thursday. I'm going to be scheduling those lives very soon, so you should be seeing those on my channel. So on my YouTube channel. So if you click on the live tab, all of the lives do show up in there, and the scheduled ones, it will say upcoming. So I will be posting that or scheduling them very, very soon. So to help make sure that you do receive notifications for those lives, I would suggest that you go to that tab when I schedule them, and it says like there's a little button that says notify me. You can click that, and that should hopefully ensure that you are notified. So then you can come back on Thursday and hopefully have your tea leaves read then. Just getting caught up here in the background. Dragonfly, thank you so much. I truly appreciate all of you. Dustin, thank you so much for this. Thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate it. Really helps the algorithms and to get these messages out there. So thank you so much, everyone. I hope that you all have an amazing, amazing weekend. I will be making this live public as soon as possible, most likely tomorrow. I don't post them live on the night of because it's it's later in the evening. So post them the following day, better chance of people seeing it. So that's what I'm doing. So in case you're looking at this and you're like wondering why it's listed as private or why it was listed as private, it's because as soon as the live ends, it goes to private. I have to make it public and post it. So anyway, that is that situation. So thank you so much again for all of your help, for being here, for chatting in the chat. I love each and every single one of you. And I look forward to seeing you again on Monday evening for the general tea leaf reading. Come again on next Thursday. That is November the 16th. If anything changes, please do check my community tab, and I will post any updates there, as well as a link to any rescheduled lives that I may need to do. So thank you so much. Have an amazing, yes, Renee, yes, have a great week. Yes, Nicole, have a good night. Dragonfly, thank you so much for all of your help and all of your support. Everyone, you're amazing. And here is to the rest of the month of November. It's shaping up to be insanely crazy busy, but let's make it another amazing month. I love you all so much, and we will see you again very, very soon. Bye. I love you all.